All right, guys. Now let's go. All right. So we need to read this one. Okay. This is reading section 3. Actually, this one is the hardest part in the reading part. Of course, this is just a sample, so it's not that hard. Now, number 1, yes, no, not given. What's that? Number 1 is yes. Okay, first of all, yeah, let's fix this. Yeah, let's fix this one first. So number 1 is yes. Number 2, yes. 3, not given. 4, no. All right, now let's move on to. We'll just fix that first, okay, and then we will explain everything later. 5 to 9, right? 5C, they wrote it right here. Okay, how about 6? Number 6, what? B, 7. A, 8. F, 9. E, okay. And now let's move on to 10 to 14. All right. Yeah. Okay. Number 10. What's that? A, 11. C, 12. C, 13. B, 14. D. Okay, so we just go through all the answers, and now we need to explain everything. Yeah. All right, let's start with the first one. Yes, no, not given, right? Okay, now Nhi, please read that. People are extremely amused when they see a baby talk like an adult. Okay, here they just guide you, or they give you some instruction how to solve this one. For example, here they say that this is a paraphrase of few things are as funny in the first paragraph of the passage. Okay, people are extremely amused. So here they say that this is a paraphrase of few things are as funny in the first paragraph. Yeah. And some other words like baby talk like an adult. These words are similar to words in the passage, so they help find the right place. Okay, so now tell me, where can we find the answer for this one? Paragraph 2, line number 1. Assume. What? That's all? Many people assume children learn to talk by copying what they hear. Is that all? In other words, they listen to the words adults use and the situations in which they use them and imitate accordingly. Yeah, after reading these two, how about I want to say something like people are extremely amused and baby talk like an adult. So for example, like people are extremely amused. Where is that? No, many people assume. No, amuse is not exactly the same as assume. Assume is just like they think. Okay, many people think that children learn to talk by copying what they hear, but amuse is like they feel that it's really funny. Where is that? Because you cannot give the correct answers unless you can figure out some places where you can find some similar words and phrases as the one in the statement. Where is that? Yes, okay. This advertisement proves that comedians have known for years that what? Few things are as funny as a baby who talks like an adult. Yeah, few things are as funny as a baby who talks like an adult. And down there you see they say that people are extremely amused. That means that they think it's really fun when they see a baby talk like an adult. Yeah. A baby talk like an adult. So it's right there. A baby who talks like an adult. Okay. So that phrase is just kind of very similar. Only the first one, people are extremely amused. So just the same as few things are as funny as us. Yeah. So that's why it's a yes. Okay, so that's the first one. Now number 2, Quỳnh Hương. Yeah, behaviorists of the early 20th century argue that children learn to speak by copying adults. Yes, no, not given. Tell me. Yes. Okay, where's that? Yeah, paragraph 2, where's that? Mm-hmm. Yes. So we need to start where? Where should we start? We don't read the whole thing. Actually, we should start somewhere at behaviorism. Okay? Behaviorism, the scientific approach that dominated American cognitive science for the first half of the 20th century, made exactly this argument. So what argument is that? That means that many people assume children learn to talk by copying what they hear. Okay, so in other words, they listen to the words adults see and the situations in which they use them and imitate accordingly. Okay, so now tell me some similar words and phrases from the statement and the ones in the paragraph. Yeah, behaviorist. Yes, behaviorist is kind of similar to behaviorism. Of course, they are different in terms of meaning, but it's almost similar. They are talking about almost similar things. Okay, behaviorism is also a noun, and they talk about behavior, and behaviorist is kind of the person who talk about that one. Yeah, so it's kind of similar. Now, what else? Yes, the early 20th century is very clear. Where? Exactly, so it is similar to the first half of the 20th century. Yeah? Yeah, the early, so that means the first half, so it's early. Yeah? The first half of the 20th century. Okay, so we can see it right here. What else? Argue that. Yeah, similar. Argue that, that means that make exactly this argument. Okay? And what is the argument? The children learn to speak by copying adults. Yeah? And children learn to speak by copying adults. Where? Yeah. Yes, from the first line right here, many people assume children learn to talk by copying what they hear. Okay? So you can find all of the similar words and phrases from the paragraph or from the passage compared with the one from the statement. So you can see that the information is matched. Okay, so that's why you say it's a yes. Okay. Now number 3, Ngọc Anh. Yeah, children have more conversations with adults than with other children. Yes, no, not given. Not given. Okay, where can we find the information? Yeah, however, this copycat theory can't explain why toddlers aren't as conversational as adults. Okay, now tell me some similar words and phrases. Where? Where? Similar words and phrases, guys. Yeah, children, that means toddlers. What else? So we can see some keywords here. Children, more conversations, adults, and other children. Yeah. And up here we can see what? Yeah, children, that means toddlers. And conversation, here we have conversational. And we also have some words like adults right here. Okay. But here they only say that however, this copycat theory can't explain why toddlers aren't as conversational as adults. It just say like that. It can't explain why toddlers aren't as conversational as adults. It doesn't say anything about whether children they like talking to adults or children. Okay, they didn't mention anything about that. They just say something that they can't explain why toddlers aren't as conversational as adults. So that's why it's not given. Yeah. Okay. So it must mention something, but it's not exactly the same thing. Okay, number 4. Thiên Nga. Yes, scientists have found it easy to work out why babies use one-word sentences. Yes, no, not given. Yeah, no. Okay. Scientists have found it easy to work out why babies use one-word sentences. Okay, it's a no, right? Where is that? Paragraph 3, line number 3 from the bottom. Okay, so here, right? Yeah, what is hard for them to do is to explain these first words and how they fit into the language acquisition pattern. Now tell me some similar words and phrases. What is hard for them to do is similar to scientists have found it easy to work out. Why babies? How about babies use one-word sentences? It is similar to is to explain these first words. Do you agree with that? Yeah, we have to read a little bit above to understand. Yeah. After all, you never hear literature adults express themselves in one-word sentences like bottle or doggy. In fact, it's easy for scientists to show that a copycat theory of language acquisition can't explain children's first words. What is hard for them to do? So that means that what is hard for scientists to do is what? Is to explain these first words and how they fit into the language acquisition pattern. Yes, what is hard for them to do, or what is hard for scientists to do? That means scientists have found it hard to work out, not found it easy to work out. Okay? And why babies use one-word sentences? And that is to explain these first words. First words that mean that one-word sentences like bottle or doggy. Okay? Yeah? So they must link with each other. So you have to read from here to the end to understand. Yeah? These first words, they are talking about one-word sentences like bottle or doggy. Yeah? And how they fit into the language acquisition pattern. So that's a no. That means that they found it hard. Okay? It's very hard for scientists to do that. Not easy at all. Okay, so we have just finished questions 1 to 4. Now let's move on to questions 5 to 9. Yeah. Now, what is the best way to do this part? How? How did you do this? Tell me the way. First of all, what do we need to do here? With the summary part, what should we do? Guys, what's the way? Of course, you can read the exam advice down below, yeah, from the blue box. That means that first of all, you need to read through the summary here, and then you need to identify the location of this one. Yeah, and then you can read carefully. You don't read everything. You don't read the whole passage. Okay, you just try to look through everything and search for the right place, and after you identify the location of this summary, you will start reading carefully. Okay, now 2 theories about baby talk. According to the writer, there are 2 main theories related to baby talk. One states that a young child's brain needs, and the answer is C, right? Time to master language. So, where's that? Nhi? Where did they mention that one? There are 2 main theories and one. Nhi, tell me one here. What does that mean? The first what? Yeah, there are 2 main theories, and the word one means one theory. Okay, one of the 2 main theories, and one theory states that a young child's brain needs time to master language. Okay, where is that? Where is that, Nhi? Yeah, paragraph 4. Yeah, okay, yes. Paragraph 4, right? Over the past half century, scientists have settled on 2 reasonable possibilities. The first of these, I mean the first possibility is that is called the mental developmental hypothesis. It states what? It states that 1-year-olds speak in baby talk because their immature brains can't handle adult speech. But they didn't mention anything about they need more time. Where? Yes, children don't learn to walk until their bodies are ready. Likewise, they don't speak multi-word sentences or use word endings and function words like mommy open the boxes before their brains are ready. Okay, so when we read the whole thing like this, we know, okay, they need more time before they can do that. Okay, yeah, of course they don't mention the word time right here, but you can see that before their brains are ready. So that means that, yeah, what they are waiting for, yeah, they need more time. Okay. All right, so that's number 5. Now number 6, Quỳnh Hương read that in the same way. Yes, in the same way that it does to master other abilities such as, and the answer here is B, right? Physical movement. Yeah? Oh, I think that the answer is right there in the same paragraph, right? Yeah. Okay, where? Yes. Okay, yeah, right there. Okay. Children don't learn to walk until their bodies are ready. Yeah. So likewise, they don't speak multi-word sentences or use word endings and function words. Mommy open the boxes before their brains are ready. So right here, they talk about both two things. Okay. Both mental developmental and also physical movement. Yeah. Physical movement here, that means that children don't learn to walk until their bodies are ready. Okay. Yes, so to master the language, and in the same way that it does to master other abilities such as physical movement, that is like walking in this situation. Yeah. Yeah, walking, yeah, to walk until their bodies are ready. Okay, now number 7, Ngọc Anh. Yes, the second theory states that a child's, and the answer is A, vocabulary level. A child's vocabulary level is the key factor. Okay, so the second theory, very easy. We just look where we can find the second theory, and then we can see that, yeah, a child's vocabulary level is the key factor. Where? Yeah. To that, from the second is called to development. What? until I have learned to add. From the beginning until they have learned to add. To add. Is that it? I still don't see anything related to vocabulary level. Vocabulary level is the key factor. Where is that? No, not paragraph 6. That's too far away. Too far away. Where's that? Where is that? Because I want to see something related to vocabulary level. But if you just read like the second is called stages of language hypothesis until add. After they have learned to add, then I still don't see anything related to vocabulary level, and I don't see anything related to the key factor. Right? We must find them. Because here they say that the second theory states that a child's vocabulary level is the key factor. Where is that? Language development. Not there, not there. Where? Where is that, guys? Well, actually in the same paragraph, but you need to read more, a little bit more. After they have learned to add. So here they say what? This is the order in which children are taught, not the reverse. There's evidence. Now read from there's evidence. You will see that there's evidence, for instance, that children don't usually begin speaking in two-word sentences until they've learned a certain number of single words. Yeah? In other words, until they've crossed that linguistic threshold, the word combination process doesn't get going. So here they say that children don't usually begin speaking in two-word sentences until they've learned a certain number of single words. That means until they have enough vocabulary level. You understand? That means until you have enough vocabulary, and then you can talk. Yeah? And something like key factor, that means what? In other words, until they've crossed that linguistic threshold. Okay, that means something like that is you cross that certain point and the word combination process doesn't get going unless you reach that point and surpass that point. So that means the vocabulary level is the key factor here. That means that a child needs to have enough vocabulary before they can speak, like adults. Yeah? So right there. Okay, guys. All right, so that is number 7. Now number 8. Thiên Nga, according to. What? Okay, number 8, the answer is F, sentence formation. Yes, according to this theory, some key steps have to occur in a logical sequence before sentence formation occurs. Okay, where is that? Some key steps have to occur in a logical sequence before sentence formation occurs. Where? Mhm. Yes. Okay. So paragraph 6, under the stages of language hypothesis, that is the second theory. However, it shouldn't depend on such parents, but only on the completion of previous stages. So to understand this one, actually you really have to read from the beginning of paragraph 6. Yeah, you have to read from the difference. The difference between these theories is this. Under the mental development hypothesis, what is this theory? 1 or 2? Yeah, that's number 1. Yeah, that's theory number 1. So under the mental development hypothesis, language learning should depend on the child's age and level of mental development when he or she starts learning a language. Under the stages of language hypothesis, however, it shouldn't depend on such parents, but only on the completion of previous stages. Okay? Now tell me some kind of some similar words of some key steps have to occur in a logical sequence. Logical sequence, what does that mean here in this situation? What's that? Some key steps have to occur in a logical sequence. What is logical sequence here? What's that? Similar to? Similar to what? No, that stages of language hypothesis. That's just the name of theory number 2. That's just a name. Similar with what? Completion. Yeah, almost there. Completion of previous stages. Yeah? Why is that? Here they say that it shouldn't depend on such parents, but only on the completion of previous stages. That means that all of the previous stages must be completed first. Okay? So that is a sequence. So that means that those stages must be completed first before they can do anything else. Yeah. All right. So here, what are the previous stages? So here, like under mental development hypothesis, language learning should depend on the child's age and level of mental development when he or she starts learning a language. And under this theory, it shouldn't depend on such parents, but on what? Only on the completion of previous stages. Whatever the stages before, they have to complete first before they can do that. Okay. Now, so that is the one related to some key steps have to occur in a logical sequence. How about before sentence formation occurs? Sentence formation is similar to what? Sentence formation is similar to what? Because I still don't see the word sentence formation by reading. What? Depend on such parents. Depends on such parents doesn't mean sentence formation. Where do they mean sentence formation? Where is that? Where is that? Because if you don't understand that, there's no way you can answer question number 8. You have to look a little bit above. In the first paragraph, in the previous paragraph, tell me some words that is similar to sentence formation. What is that? Not paragraph 6, but from paragraph 5. What? Yeah? Yeah, almost there, but not there yet. If you read like there's evidence, for instance, that children don't usually begin speaking in two-word sentences until they've learned a certain number of single words. Yes, but not yet. The next one. Read the next one. Threshold. Yes, the word combination process. Word combination process. That means sentence formation. Okay? Word combination, that means you combine many words together. So that means you form sentences based on that. Okay? Yeah? Alright, so we have just finished question number 8. How about number 9? Nhi. Yeah, so the answer is for number 9 is E, right? Children's mathematical knowledge develops in the same way. Yeah? Where? Where's that? Paragraph 6? Where? Where? Yeah, under the mental development hypothesis, language learning should depend on the child's age and level of mental development when he or she starts learning a language. I still don't see any word related to mathematical knowledge. The answer is mathematical knowledge, right? So you must find somewhere that you can see some similar words or kind of the same words. Where is that? Children's mathematical knowledge develops in the same way. Where? Well, actually you have to come back to the previous paragraph. Not paragraph 6, but it is in paragraph 5. Now in paragraph 5, where can you see something related to mathematics? What is that? read paragraph 5 again, and you will see something related to mathematics. Yes, exactly. Similarly, children learn to multiply after they have learned to add. Okay? So that's mathematics. And this one is very similar to what? A basketball player can't perfect his or her jump shot before learning to number 1, jump, and number 2, shoot. Similarly, children learn to multiply after they have learned to add. And all of these things are related to the second theory. Okay? Because here they say the second is called the stages of language hypothesis. So this is the second theory. And in this summary, the second paragraph here, they say the second theory states that a child blah 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 until number 9, children's mathematical knowledge develops in the same way. So they are talking about the second theory. And in that second theory, they have something related to mathematical knowledge. Yeah? So that's where you can find the answers. Okay? Yeah, it's a little bit hard, right? Okay. Now do you want to continue or do you want to have a break first? Guys? Continue, and then you can have a break later. Yeah? Okay. Number 10 to 14, right? Okay. Now 10 to 14. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, 10, who's next? Quỳnh Hương, right? Okay, read that. Read that. Yes, what is the writer's main purpose in the 7th paragraph? Oh, they tell you the 7th paragraph already. Okay, so it's very easy to read that one. Yeah, even though we said easy because we know the location, but it doesn't mean that we can figure out the main purpose immediately. Okay, so what's the answer? A, B, C, D, what's that? Come again, what's the answer? D. To justify a particular approach to language learning, right? Okay, 10D. What? Are you sure the answer is 10D? Yes, the answer is A, not D, okay? A, to give reasons why adopted children were used in the study. Okay? So the writer's main purpose in the 7th paragraph is what? Is to give reasons why adopted children were used in the study. Okay? Where? Mm-hmm. Mhm. That's not enough. Because if you just read, like many of them no longer hear their birth language, blah blah blah, until don't have a well-developed first language, it's not enough. It doesn't mention the key things here. Because here they say that what is the writer's main purpose in the 7th paragraph? To give reasons why adopted children were used in the study. Now, after you read that one, I still don't understand why the answer is like that. Why? That means that to give reasons why the adopted children were chosen. Yes, so the last one is very, very important, okay? All of these factors make them an ideal population in which to test these competing hypotheses about how language is learned, okay? And what are the factors? So you can read, you can read here, more than 20,000 internationally adopted children enter the US each year, and many of them no longer hear their birth language after they arrive, and they must learn English more or less the same way infants do, blah blah blah, until don't have a well-developed first language. Okay, and here the last one, they conclude everything. All of these factors make them an ideal population in which to test these competing hypotheses about how language is learned. Yeah. So based on all that, and then we can say yes, the writer's main purpose in the 7th paragraph is to give reasons why adopted children were used in the study. So the answer is A. Yeah? Okay. Now number 11. Yeah, the answers for number 11 is C, right? Snedeker, Sharon, and Shafto. Yeah, we just say the names. Based their study on children who were learning English at a later stage, at a later age than US children. Yeah. So these 3 people based their study on children who were learning English at a later age than US children. Where is that? Actually, it's very easy. You just look for the names here, and then you can identify the location very quickly. Where? The next paragraph, right? Yeah, but you forgot to read the one with the names. Okay, you don't just jump in and say that, oh, these children began learning. Nobody can understand why you can figure out the answer. You understand? Because I still don't see the name. Where is that? So you have to start from the beginning. Yeah, so you need to start from the beginning. Yeah, neuroscientists, blah blah blah. Okay, so these 3 people studied the language development of 27 children adopted from China between the ages of 2 and 5 years. Between the ages of 2 and 5 years is similar to what? Similar to what? The answer is C, guys. The answer is C. So it should be similar to at a later age. You understand? Were learning English at a later age than US children. Yeah? At a later age. So what age is that? That is from 2 to 5 years old. You understand? So that means that here they say that this group, okay, they were learning English, they based their study on children who were learning English at a later age. That is not from since they were born, but at the age of 2 to 5. Okay? That means later than US children. Do you understand? Yeah? So that's why you see like, okay, these children began learning English at an older age than US natives. You see that? So that sentence is similar to the one in the statement. Yeah? And had more mature brains with which to tackle the task. Alright. So 11, that is C. Okay? Now number 12. Yeah, what aspect of the adopted children's language development different from that of US born children? The answer is what? A, B, C, D? C. The rate at which they acquire language. Okay, so what aspect of the adopted children's language development differ from that of US born children? So what aspect which is different? So that is the rate at which they acquire language. Okay. Where? Yes. Okay. Come here and the first okay, word endings and verbs. Okay, the adoptees then went through the same stages as typical American-born children, albeit at a faster clip. Now tell me some similar words and phrases here to say that is the right answer. The rate is similar to went through. No, the rate is not similar to went through. No. Do you understand the meaning of the rate? No? That is the speed. They are talking about the speed. Yeah? Not went through. The rate có nghĩa là tốc độ bạn. Yeah? In this case, it means the speed, the rate at which they acquire language. Now tell me something else, like something the same as the adopted children's language development differs from that of US born children. Similar to what? The adopted children's language development. So the adopted children they are talking about is similar to what? Yeah, the adoptees. Okay, then went through the same stages as typical American-born children. Typical American-born children is just the same as US-born children. Yeah, in the statement. And the rate at which they acquire language is similar to what? Yes, when they talk about the rate at which they acquire language, so this is similar to this, albeit at a faster clip. What does that mean? What does that mean? The whole thing. Albeit at a faster clip, that means although at a faster pace, although it is faster. Okay, that's the meaning. Although at a faster clip, that means although at a faster pace. I mean, they can go faster. Why? Because they are older. You understand? But they have to start from the beginning. But because the US-born children, they start learning the language since they were born. But now these adoptees, they start learning the language between the ages of 2 and 5 years. So that means that they can acquire the knowledge, the language faster. Okay. All right. Okay. Number 13. Yeah. What did the Harvard findings show? Yeah. The answer is B. Language learning takes place in order steps. Okay. So Harvard finding, that's the key word. So to help you to identify the location. Yeah. And language learning takes place in order steps. Where's that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, learning how to chat like an adult is a gradual process. Okay. Here they mention what? What did the Harvard findings show? They show what? They show B, that is language learning takes place in order steps. That means it must happen step by step. Okay. Language learning takes place in order steps. That means it must happen step by step, one by one. And here it mentioned learning how to chat like an adult is a gradual process. That means that process, it must happen one by one, step by step, gradually. It cannot go too fast, and you cannot just jump and ignore something on the process. Okay? No, you have to learn step by step. Okay? Yeah. So here they mentioned this finding, yes, that having more mature brains did not help the adoptees avoid the toddler talk stage. So that means they have to go through the toddler talk stage. Suggests that babies speak in baby talk, not because they have baby brains, but because they have only just started learning and need time to gain enough vocabulary to be able to expand their conversations. Before long, the one-word stage will give way to the two-word stage, and so on. So they have to go through all of the processes, all of the stages. Okay, so that's number 13. Now number 14. Yeah, when the writer says critical period, he means a period when, and the answer is D, language learning takes place effectively. Okay, when language learning takes place effectively, that's the critical period. Okay, where's that? Just look for the word critical period. Suspected, right? Yes. Yeah, from here. Researchers have long suspected there is a critical period for language development, after which it cannot proceed with full success to fluency. Yet we still do not understand this critical period or know why it ends. Okay? So that's the place. So that's what he means about critical period. So when the writer says critical period, he means the period when language learning takes place effectively. Okay? That is the kind of the most important period, and if you study another language in that critical period, you can easily be successful and you can speak fluently. Okay, but if you study somehow after that critical period, you can never be fluent anymore. Yeah, got it? Okay, all right, so we have just finished this one. Okay.